All right, check your true false answers. What I did for D, F, and H, if you notice I circled them because I think those questions are important. And for D, I showed in an example why it's true. I gave your example here. It says two integers can have the same absolute value, and I gave an example. -5 and +5 have the same absolute value of +5. That's why it's true. And then for letter H, I'm going to just, how many of you got this right? That's pretty good. I did not teach this to you, but I'm going to show it to you now. It says the order of negative numbers is the opposite order of their absolute values. So what I did is I took three negative numbers, -8, -7, and -6, and I ranked them from least to greatest. Then I took the absolute values for -8, -7, and -6. And notice when I rank it from least to greatest, the order flip-flops. And that will happen every single time. That's why it's true. Okay? Does everybody see that? Okay. As for the never, always, and sometimes, don't worry if you got them wrong. I think they are a little confusing by the way it's worded. And since it's multiple choice tomorrow anyway, I wouldn't fret if you got these wrong. Okay? Let's move on. Are we good with this page?
Yeah.
All right. All right, here we go. Check. Check your points. A, C, E, B, and D. Any problems here? When you get down to letter D, they are asking for the locations. So don't put the numbers. Don't put the integers 8 and -8. Either put the letters point A and D, or you can write out Little Butte or Mesa Ridge. Okay? Then for words that express positive, I think I got all of them. Check. Are there any others that are on your list that are not here? I think I got most of them, if not all of them, between the last two periods. Same thing with your negative words. Lost, debit, owe, decrease, pay, withdrawn debt. Charge will work too. It's a new one, good.
Wait, what about what about above?
What do you got?
Above?
Above expresses a positive integer, but I wouldn't use it expressing bank account. Above 0, like temperature, fine, but since it's bank account, these words are more associated with positive for money. Extraction, again, not used to describe money. You wouldn't use it to describe an integer. Bankrupt means you have no money, it's 0. Spend will good. Yeah, I'll do that. For that's a negative. That's less money in your pocket when you spend.
I have a question to ask.
Go ahead, Matt.
For a positive, sure, like return, like return.
Return for positive? Yeah, that'll work. That's a monetary word we can use for positive.
Lose money if you deposit in your bank.
No, because your bank. If you deposit something in the bank account, yeah, it's not in your pocket anymore, but it's something that's gaining in your bank account. So you're not losing that money.
So deposit means both losing and gaining.
Yeah, it's leaving your hand, but it's going into your bank account. That's why I find the word deposit can be confusing. Leah.
Wait, like for deposit, you're not losing money, but you're not gaining.
Well, if I use the word deposit on a test, I would be very specific. My employer has deposited money into my account for a week's of pay. Okay, I have for my teacher salary direct deposit. That's definitely a gain because it's being deposited directly into my bank account. I'm not losing that money, I'm gaining it. But I would be specific on a test as to, or I may not use it altogether. Kev? If I'm depositing, again, that's the argument. If I'm depositing money into my own account, like Gavin was saying, it's out of my hands, so I'm losing the money at that moment, but my bank account's gaining it. So I would be very specific as to how I'm going to use it in a word problem so as to not confuse you.
But then the teacher would be giving it to you. Because if you were, then the teacher would be losing the boss. Because he deposited it into your bank.
The school district deposits money into my account.
Yeah, but then
If I'm expressing my condition, I would be very specific as to how I word it. Okay, let's move on. Are we good with this? A, B, C, and D? Okay, here's the next page. You have to circle A and B for these. Both of them are accurate.
Yes, I got it right.
And, well, I can't scroll to the bottom yet, but there's 8 and 9.
I can't go to the bottom.
Because I will lose the part of 8. And some people are still checking 8. Okay, can I scroll?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to scroll, but you'll still be able to see. Because that's the rationale.
I said opposite.
Which is what I did.
Wait, you put negative.
Okay, let's go back for a minute. Number 8. It says on the number line below, plot the opposites of the numbers on the number line using the letters for each. So A's opposite is -5. There it is. B's opposite is +3. They don't want you to do both. They just want the opposites. That's why, guys, listen, read the directions carefully tomorrow. Sometimes they ask for opposites. Sometimes they're going to ask you to plot the integer directly. And then to throw another curveball in there, sometimes they're going to ask you to list and graph the opposite of an opposite. So you have to read it very carefully. The opposite of 7 is -7. There it is. Opposite of -8 is +8. There it is. And that's the rest.
I have a question.
Oh.
Do you think on the test they might throw something like the opposite of the opposite of the opposite of?
No, because I haven't taught it. I taught it with my advanced group, but I realize that, but I haven't done it. I'm not going to put something on there that I haven't exposed you to. Okay? Unless I choose to do it as a bonus and ask you to think beyond what we've been doing. Are we good? Because I got a little fun activity for you to do. Grab marker boards, pair up. This time you're going to do greatest to least, and you're going to see when I show you these numbers that you're going to have to take a different strategical approach that's different from what you've been doing. And I'm going to leave it to you to see if you can figure out what to do. And then after I give you a certain amount of allotted time, I'll have somebody come up to the board and explain how you did it. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a very tight 4-minute time frame in which to do this. If you know what to do, you can do it in your 4-minute time frame. And anybody that gets it during that time frame will get rewarded with a ticket. So it's not the first group that gets done, it's the groups, hopefully more than one, that can get it done within that time frame. You get one shot. You can list it going across, or you can list it top to bottom. It's up to you. As long as I can read it. You ready?
Yes.
Greatest to least.
Greatest least.
Ruby had Randy Bone.
And there are your rational numbers. Good luck.